is a lot of injuries, which is fine. You know, battle scars. I don't have any tattoos. I just have scars from shows I've done, whether they're emotional or physical.
Well, let me hear what kind of injuries from the heels.
No, they're just like a lot of cuts on my legs and stuff from just stupid things that actually have nothing to do with the show, like walking off stage and stuff. But yeah, I think it was like Elsie. Only half. Okay, sorry. I went the whole. When I go, I'm going like Elsie. Yeah, exactly.
Nice. Yeah, it's based on that drunk whore, Elsie, from Cabaret.
You know, if I was ever going to start a music festival, I wanted to how I ate, what I was doing, because just of how physical that show was.
And let me hear your diet so I can get your.
Well, no, it's not even a diet. It's more like, you know, let's say you wanted, I don't know, like a cheeseburger for lunch. Like, I would do that and then be on stage going, ooh, that was too much. Like, that was a heavy meal, and I can feel it. And
you wouldn't notice it and how to succeed?
No. Well, because I really was not doing the level of stuff that I was doing for Hedwig. It's just completely different, you know?
Well, I guess it's almost like a one-person show, Hedwig.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like, there was time to chill, and, you know, I mean...
And how to succeed.
Maybe I was younger then, I don't know.
By the way, you're basically young now, but let me ask you something. I know you grew up obsessed with musical theater, and you also played, I feel like you played violin?
Yeah, I was a Suzuki. It's the Bach double. You knew both parts. That was
well, hold on, let me ask you. Suzuki always made me crazy because my friends, because I played violin too as a kid, my friends that played it would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like they literally couldn't sight read, but they could give you the numbers.
Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, 5.
So you literally did it by fingering.
Yeah. So Suzuki was interesting. I didn't realize this until later in my life when I started taking being a musician a little more seriously. It's like Jedi training because it's all aural, not oral for those who didn't hear that correctly. Aural with your ears for you Latin students. It was really great ear training. And
Suzuki was?
For me it was. And I think the one thing the thing that has helped me the most in my sort of short career thus far is like ears. I think that's like the one thing that helps me out with everything, with acting and with music, because I'm terrible at reading music. I wasn't a very good violinist.
You're not good at reading music because of Suzuki, because Suzuki does it by numbers, not by
music.
music.
If I hear it, then I can play it. That's the thing.
But that's called you're a good musician. That's just called naturally good musician, but it's not from Suzuki training.
Well, who knows? I mean, whatever, you know, I don't know what came first, but it's certainly, I enjoyed, you know, listening to the Suzuki sort of catalog. And then from the canon, as it were, and I would listen to those and then be like, oh, that's how this sounds, so that's how I have to play it.
But also, the violin gives you amazing ear training because you have to literally move your finger.
Hyper specific, really dynamics and pitch and everything. Again, I'm not like the best violinist, but it really did give me this sort of regimented view on music, and I'm really, really, really precise on things. And even like I don't have like a big Broadway voice, and I've always been pretty outspoken about that, because now they've been put into the mix of this Broadway thing, which is very flattering to me. You know, I'm kind of like a pop singer. I need a microphone. I'm not really like I could never do Rodgers and Hammerstein. I have like a big vibrato, but like let's hope, and I'd like to think so. Like I will be on pitch, you know.
Yes.
At the very least,
I
will make sure that I will be right on pitch, and I think that's because of the violin. And I apply that to acting too, just specificity and timbre and dynamics. Like there's this whole kind of, there's all these peripheral things about music training that I think really bled into other parts of my performing arts.
And what's your ethnicity? I'm so fascinated. It's like it's half like
I'm Filipino-Irish.
Irish. I knew it was Irish. Okay, so it's half Irish, half Filipino.
And when you say Irish, that's sort of like short. That's like, you know, shorthand for like general Anglo-Saxon. Like mutt, I guess. My dad, we say Irish, but I'm sure there's like, you know, Dutch and English and all kinds of other stuff.
And
white guy.
Do you have the whole like crazy Alec Mapa, like we believe in spirits and elves and gremlins?
Are you saying, do I believe in Alex Mappa?
No, I'm saying.
Is he the gremlin?
Do you have that whole childhood where your parents were like, ooh, by the way, watch out for the leprechaun in the bed?
Sort of. My mom is very Filipino, and she had a lot of like, you know, when you get to that age where you start kind of calling your parents out on things, you go, wait a second. I remember she's very Catholic, very Filipino, and so she's a very devout Catholic woman. But she also has these separate superstitions that kind of have nothing to do with Catholicism. She has a really intense like thing with dragons.
Yeah, naturally.
Dragons. I don't know why, but only like scary dragons. One of my favorite movies as a kid that I watched with my mom all the time was Pete's Dragon. And there are all these like double standards where I'd say, Mom, like, don't you hate dragons? She'd say, oh no, but Pete's Dragon's okay. I'm like, why is Pete's Dragon okay? Like, what about other dragons?
There
like,
aren't any dragons. How
I
about
know,
that?
exactly. That's the other thing. There are no dragons. But I remember I had like a little like wire sculpture dragon thing that I bought from a garage sale, and it like mysteriously disappeared. And I think my mom got rid of it. Yeah.
Alec Moppet said he saw The Exorcist when he was 10, and he was so freaked out, and he went to his father crying, and instead of his father being like, "It's a movie," his father was like, "That happened to your Auntie Linda."
Yeah. That'd be the kind of thing. I don't want to throw my mom under the bus because she's such a sweet woman, and she'd probably, even the fact that I said the thing about the dragon, she'd be like, Darren, no.
We love dragons.
Yeah, she probably does now. She's grown up a lot with me because, you know, coming from, you know, that side of the world and, you know, having American kids, I think has really kind of changed her, you know. For instance, Hedwig. Hedwig is a great example. You know, Hedwig is something that when the film came out, my brother and I were watching this in the basement, and you know, if my mom had come down and watched, she would have been terrified. Like, what are her teenage boys watching? This is like crazy. It's just this. It's a very, you know,
graphic,
you know, raunchy film. And
but I saw her backstage at Hedwig.
She saw it over 13, 14 times. And you know, she and my dad, they love it, and I think it has. Obviously, they're wonderful parents, and I think she's very proud. And it doesn't matter what we're doing because she's just very happy that you know, we're chasing our dreams and all that stuff, and all that really beautiful sort of poetic stuff. But it's just funny because once it's put into the context of something that's like family and fun, it's okay. Just like Pete's Dragon, you know,
that's
Pete's
fine.
Dragon. But there's music and Candle on the Water and all these things that make Pete's Dragon okay.
It's great. You know, both your parents, I remember now, they also came to the You Gotta Believe benefit.
Yes, they did. It's something there, yeah.
Darren was so amazing. I'll just tell this, not to embarrass him, but we did that benefit to help raise money for older foster kids for You Gotta Believe. And he was supposed to sing Close to You to Kristen Chenoweth, but Kristen got sick the last second. We're like, how the hell are we going to make Close to You make any sense? So we're like, oh, we'll auction off a chance for Darren to sing to an audience person. And people just started bidding like nonstop.
I'm really glad you brought this up. I was hoping you would because I want to talk about this. So keep going. Keep
they were bidding like thousands of dollars, and he had such an anxiety attack. He came out stage and he's like, "Listen, my voice on a good day is only worth around $35." So he was so scared.
Yeah, I felt guilty. And actually, back to the Hedwig thing, as far as the hardest part was, my throat was constantly at like maybe 62% capacity.
She said,
yeah. I thought she was more like 86%.
Get back to me.
Depends who we're talking to. That was inappropriate.
Exactly. We'll edit that out. But
show people.
He wound up saying, two people wound up just bidding. So he literally got to sing two different songs. That's what's so amazing. He was like, I'll give it to both. And he sang two songs. And he literally played for himself too. And you sang that song, Teenage Dream. The girl was literally 7 years old. And in the middle of Teenage Dream, that's when you started to have a breakdown.
Because I realized that this is like a lot of pop songs, like where a lot of us get lost in the kind of music and I love this song. And then you really look at it and go, wait, take skin tight jeans, like we got drunk in Cali, and there's the things about drinking and sex and teenage shenanigans, and I'm singing to a 7-year-old.
Yeah, I mean it ended in tears, but it was great to raise a lot of money.
Yeah, she'll be scarred for life, but we raised money.
Exactly. It was very sweet of you.
But the thing I wanted to bring up is that that night there were two. We split the bid to raise more money.
People, so this woman bid on it, and so we accepted her bid for like $10,000, and this
it was
little
a lot of money. It was very, I wanted to make it count, so that's why we did 2 songs. But I was under the impression, and I've said this story a bunch of times. I'm mortified because if this woman is listening, like this is my sincerest apology. I thought that. So this little girl comes up and a woman is with her. So I assume that this woman is some sort of guardian, mother, aunt, I don't know, of this little girl, because you can't let a 7-year-old come up on stage by herself. How scary. So this is obviously what's happening here. So when we were singing Close to You, I kind of geared it towards the girl.
Kind of. You literally locked eyes.
Yeah, locked eyes with the little girl because it was cute. It was a sweet moment. And so we just kind of made that for the little girl. We tried to dance. She wasn't into it. Story of my life.
Yeah.
And and so it was just kind of all about her. Same with the other song that we did. We did Teenage Dream. I did not realize that it was the daughter of somebody who bid and another woman who just bid a shitload of money.
Yeah.
and had
no eye contact.
I know I didn't give her anything, and I felt horrible. And afterwards, I was looking for them both, and they're like, no, they sat down. I'm like, no, I need to talk to both of
She
them.
could not have been happier. That woman actually was so happy.
felt so
but it
rotten
was
about
hilarious
that.
because I've never seen anyone ignored more besides me in high school.
Man, I gotta make up for that. I hope she finds me on the street one day and be like, you ignore me on that stage. I'll be like, I'm buying you a beer right now.
She'll come to Elsie
so
Fest.
sorry.
Yeah,
hopefully.
All right, before we go, I want to give away a ticket to Elsie Fest, and to do that, Darren, you have to do a game. So here's what I'm going to do. I know that you're a big Broadway theater lover, so I've replaced classic song words that rhyme with Darren Criss. So meaning I'm going to start playing an introduction. You have to sing the song, but replace the word that will rhyme with Criss. So it's going to be very obvious. Like, let's say the word is like, I miss you. You have to go, I Criss you. Okay?
Oh God! But this is going to show how little I know about Broadway. So am I singing?
It's the very first word.
What? I'm so confused.
Do you not know this song from a chorus line?
No, I do, but I'm just...
What would the first word be that would rhyme? Audience?
But that doesn't. That's a half rhyme. That would be Cress.
No, dear. Kiss today, Criss.
Oh, yeah.
This is what happens. I get challenged by my
Criss,
guests.
say goodbye. Oh, my God.
Okay, the audience has one point.
I told you I would be embarrassed. I totally didn't think about that.
Well, it worked.
It's been a long day, man. I told you this is going to expose how much of a fucking idiot I am. I'm sorry.
All right, now the next one's a little more obscure.
Oh, my God, duh. Can we try that again? Come on.
Jared, what do you think this is?
Criss today, goodbye.
He still got it. Okay, good. Okay, 1 point for Darren.
Yeah.
Okay, this one's a little more obscure.
I'm like bright red right now.
It's from Follies.
Ooh, that's a weak spot, man. I don't know if
I'll give you one hint. One more.
Criss.
Still got it. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Come on. Okay, and this is from Bye Bye Birdie.
This is so scary.
Oh, one last.
Criss.
Okay, one last. Okay, you still got it.
Yeah.
Excellent so far.
Are we just using the word kiss? There's no this.
You know what?
Criss magic moment.
I didn't ask you to kind of give me notes on my game.
Okay, cool.
All right,
sorry. This is Darren Speaks?
This is the hardest one for me. This is from Sweeney Todd.
I'm terrified right now.
It goes, oh God, it's so hard to play.
So like,
okay, was that a noise? I think I heard a noise. It couldn't be. He's in court today. Still, that was a noise. Was it that a noise? You must have heard that.
Criss!
Yes!
Wow, okay, I'm getting the hang of this now. I realize that I just say my last name.
It was literally horrific. But I'm still going to say you actually won. So because of that, we're going to give away a ticket to Elsie Fest to our audience member. Darren, you did wonderful. Now, by the way, since we're giving away one, how do people actually buy tickets for Elsie Fest?
So you can check out more information on elsiefest.com and all that good stuff. But you can buy your tickets on Ticketmaster. And this thing I think is going to be really fun, and I really am trying to establish this in the future to be something that the New York community can and hopefully the greater community of the Broadway loving community can really look forward to for years to come. And,
it's the first of its kind.
This is the maiden voyage. I'm just hoping things can go as right as they possibly can, so we can build on it as years go by. But like I said, it's going to be a lot of fun, and I hope people really just can enjoy what we have to offer.
Elsie Fest, ELSIE Fest.com.
Yes.
Darren Criss, bye-bye!
Thank you.
Criss!